pattern is in. It goes from sizes. Oh, now these must be American sizes. They go from a 0 to a 30, it says here. So it's American sizing, remember. So don't go by the number, go by your measurements. Yeah. No, you don't downsize it, you just go by your measurements. So, like in England, if you had a 42 bust, you wouldn't be a 16. You see what I mean? So you just have to go look at your body measurements and make that size. Okay, now there's lots, I'll get Holly to tell you about this. There's all different variations on a theme, and you have all of the variations in there. And also, I believe it has pattern pieces for an A to B bust and a cup and a C to D cup.
Yes, there is. There's one back version and then there's two front versions for the different cup sizes.
For the different cups there.
Yeah.
So you can do it with frills, without frills, all that sort of thing. Anyway, are the graphics coming in? $21.99. $21.99. Remember, those sizes are American. So it actually goes, beautiful. Does that mean hang on, I've got to work this out. I always get confused. So does it mean it goes from a 4 to a 34 in UK? Anyway, just go by your body measurements on the back there. £21.99. There's an awful lot of paper in there because there's lots and lots of pattern pieces. We have gorgeous fabrics. I'm going to start with the double. Oh, no, I have to start with this one. Start with this one because that's what it's made out of. So the bundle is 2 meters. I'm just checking that's enough. Okay, so what I don't understand is it says it goes to a size 30, but when you look on the back and it says required fabric, 26 to 30 says not applicable. No, because that only goes up to a size 20. Right, okay, on the back of my pattern, sorry, we'll just sort this out so you know what's happening, right? If your fabric's 44 inches wide, you need 1.5 meters or 2 meters for the different sizes, right? And then it says here, 26-30, not applicable. And then on here, okay, but then on here, it says 54-inch fabric-wise, which is ours here, sizes 0 to 21.4, sizes 22 to 21.8. They've missed off 20. Oh, no, that's supposed to be a 30. It's a typing error. It's a typing error on the back there. Sorry, my bad. So it's a typing error. So you're fine with all of these bundles for all of them. Right, so this is 2 meters of your double gauze. Did you find it easy to sew the double gauze?
Yes. Yeah, when it's washed, it does have a little bit of a bounce.
Yeah.
But then if you press it carefully, it does behave itself.
Okay, lovely. Because a lot of people won't have seen or come...
No, it
won't have come across... Sorry, there was a very loud noise in my ear. Lots of people won't have come across double gauze before. What's its composition? Is it all cotton? Yeah, double gauze fabric in the terracotta, $17.99. 100% cotton. Beautiful. Then we've got it in the pale pink. What are you making? Oh,
the gingham.
Gingham comes that in a minute. Lovely. $17.99 for your 2 meters of your soft pink gauze. It's lovely, isn't it? I bet it's really comfortable to wear. Lovely. Then we've got it in the ochre. That's nice, isn't it? No. It's not even ochre, it's gold. The colour is ochre and the vegetable is okra. Yeah. I'm working with people from Redditch, you know what I mean? Beautiful. Now, this next one, I thought it was called chartreuse, but it's not. It's called cactus. Oh, and I've just noticed we've got green lights on in the studio today. We're not supposed to have blue. Well, they're red for clearance and blue for us. I don't know what the green ones are for. Doesn't matter. Lovely. That's cactus, that one. Lovely colour, that one. They're brand new colour, this one. Brand new colour. And then I love this one. I've not seen pattern double gauze. Look at that. Oh, isn't that? Yeah, right now. Oh, they're in 2 meter pieces. If you made a robe, like a Sunday morning robe, wouldn't that be lovely? But because it's 2 meters long, if you bought a couple of bundles, you'd have enough because the length would be there to make a long robe out of that. $16.99. It would not make oven mitts, thank you, Christopher. You can't use it for oven mitts. Right, okay, that's that one. Oh, apparently YouTube's gone down. We'll have a look at it now for you. Now, these ginghams, right? I love these ginghams. I thought, ochre. I think these are meant to be for the birthday week when Catherine Wright launches her new blouse. So I'm thinking you won't want more than 2 meters for Catherine's blouse. Get it now. And it's got a £3 saving on it. Because she was wearing the blouse the other day in the green. I haven't got the green today. She had this in the green the other day. Exactly this. And she said, oh, yes, they're getting all different colours. Oh, no, YouTube's back. It's Princess. She obviously pressed the wrong button. She had it in green the other day. But, and she said, lots of different colours in my show. And we've got 2 of them here. Bit worried. $14.99. That's when you're going to see the demo in. It's lovely. Oh, it is on Catherine's show next week. Yeah, so buy it now, then you've got it ready, because you know what's going to happen on Catherine's show on birthday. It'll just sell out, won't it? Beautiful. And then I love the bold black and white. This top's going to look gorgeous in this. $14.99 for 2 meters. That's 4 units. It's lovely, isn't it? Really lovely. You see now, it's definitely, it's a poplin, look, between a lawn and a poplin. Beautiful, aren't they? Loads going into baskets. Make sure you check out. You do get 2 meters, and you're saving £3. If you can hear a funny noise in the background, it's the iron for the next hour just heating up. It'll start going dunk, 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 dunk in a minute. Right, Joe. Then I've got, yeah. Yep, so I've got a viscose. Oh, that'll hang beautifully if you want to make it in floral, wouldn't it?
The drape would be lovely.
Drape,
yeah, it'd be lovely.
Again, $14.99. And then last but not least, I've got some cotton lawn in a ditzy print. Oh, now, this might, oh, let's have just a check. Is this wide or is this narrow? Oh, no, it's wide. It's wide, all right. Beautiful. $24.99. Right, I'm not going to do anything else because we're going to get on with the demo. So I'll put the pattern in. As we use different things, I might shout out, oh, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. But in the meantime, I'm not going to. Here's the pattern then. Chalk and notch, aria top, 2 bust cup options, beginner friendly. Over to you, Holly.
Hello. Yeah, so this pattern comes with the 2 bust options, and then it's got some great instructions if you have a larger bust of how to adjust it. It's
So if you're bigger than a D cup, then, is that it?
Yeah, bigger than a D, it tells you how to adjust it, which we're going to be doing today. We might be talking a bit about how to trace off a pattern, how to adjust, you know, just going through those things.
It's all the bits that we don't have time to show normally.
Oh, really?
Do
Oh, okay
this,
then.
do this, and then
Yeah,
we're going to show it,
because
brilliant.
also because we've got some calico as well, so I'll talk about toiling
Yep.
and just pros and cons, and then we can have a chat about it, can't we?
Yeah, perfect.
Right, so shall we start with, let's do the pattern. Okay, so we'll start by tracing off. So we've got our pattern piece.
Right.
So the reasons why you might want to trace off your pattern is, I've cut my pattern out here. If you're going to trace off and you want to cut into your pattern, you can just lay it out. And then I'm going to be using, there's 2 ways you can trace off your pattern. I'm going to be using a pattern wheel. This is my preferred method.
Yep.
If you're using lightweight paper like this, you can trace through using a ruler and following over. But using a pattern wheel, we basically as we're using this paper with the grid, that's the word I'm looking for, we're going to line up I always go by the centre front, because it's a straight line.
Yes.
So you want it to be all nice and straight. If you've got the grid, we might as well use it, you know. So I always just line up that. And then we can pin. Sometimes we pin, we don't want to disorientate the pattern.
Yeah.
So in this instance, I'm literally just going to weigh it down.
What we'll do is all the tools that Holly uses we'll talk about in the next hour, so I'm not taking up precious time.
Yeah,
so
it's up to you,
you carry on,
yeah.
and then everything, you can either go to pre-order if you've got to go out because they're all on pre-order, or we'll show them all in the next hour.
Let's move that up so we can see the base. So I've half traced this off so we can see it, and then I'll demonstrate it. So we're going to be using a tracing wheel. So we want to make sure our pattern is nice and flat and on top of the paper evenly. And the tracing wheel's got these very spiky spikes.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit, you've got to be careful what you do with it.
Oh, mine is like a big white plastic handle, and the spikes are
No way,
really,
big.
it looks like something from Game of Thrones, mine.
Bit of a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, or these like little ones, kind of you can get like which more does a more of a line situation.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you've got there, but yes. So we're going to use this. So how we do it, we want to run and transfer the little dots onto our paper. So for example, here I'm making size 6, and I've cut on the size 6 line. So I'm just going to run my spiky tool, is how I call it, along where we want to go.
I need to also say here, if you work on your dining room table,
Yes, sorry, yeah.
put a cutting mat down first.
Something underneath, definitely, because you don't want the little spikes going through. So then we'll just sort of move this up here, and as you can see, it makes an imprint along here. These tiny...
Coming in now to show you.
Let me move that up. We can see these tiny little dots. Here I've drawn over the lines already, so we've got these tiny little dots.
Yeah.
Then we're going to be using a ruler to have a look at the dots, and we're just following them like this along. So this is transferring the direct pattern, and then we will talk about how we are going to grade it for the larger bust. So when we're doing this, we want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Obviously, there may be some movement when you're using your tool, but with your ruler, we want to make it nice and smooth. We don't want any angular points. We just want it to be all nice and smooth. So we basically just draw over all these little dots with our pencil. Definitely use a pencil for this, because then you can rub it out easily.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do that all around the pattern. We're going to be doing it all the pattern details, the outside, any notches, any darts. We want to mark everything. Basically make a copy of what we're doing. So we do that. I have drawn on the outside, so I've included my seam allowance on that. So always remember the seam allowance is very important.
Yep.
Because we don't want it too big or too small. So with this pattern here, I'm doing it from a C to D, because this has already had the adjustment done from the original. The A to B is a straight pattern. So for this adjustment, it's just adding in this little section here, this curve, which will then bring up. So when it sits up, it then creates more fullness in here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's very, very subtle, like really subtle, but when you wear it, you will notice it.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll show you here. In the pattern, it then gives you all the information here. It's got some lovely diagrams as well of where that section is that you're adding in. And then it says on here, so it says 1 centimetre per cup size. So you know what size you are. So say we're going to be doing a double D to E, we would add on 1 to 2 centimetres on the bottom. And to make it really simple, because we've included our seam allowance, we just add that on it, and that will be including our seam allowance. Nothing too crazy with maths.
No. I noticed in the pattern they call it a full bust adjustment.
Yeah.
That's where you have a top with darts in, and you're creating new... This is not it is changing the bust adjustment, but it's not what you know, excuse me, as a full bust adjustment.
Yes, it's just adding more fullness for the bust, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
So, so what we do, if you've got a ruler with a line like this, like a Pattern Master, great. Or if you've got a tape measure, which I'm sure we all would have if we're sewing. Because this is cut on the fold, we're going to start from from the fold side. This is the centre front, and from our diagram in the pattern, we're going to filter in that fullness.
Right.
And from the pattern, it says you want to sort of grade it from here. When we're looking at the pattern, you can naturally see where it's being added in. Again, if we look at, I haven't got it with me, the other pattern, you can compare it, and this line is dead straight.
Right.
So you can see already how they have done that adjustment.
Yeah. So on the small cup, there is no fullness. That's the original pattern. It's a straight line.
It's a straight line.
And it gives you the amount of fullness you need for a smaller cup.
Yeah, from A to
so
B.
as soon as you go to your next size, the CD, that's added that smaller curve
Yeah.
on to go any bigger. You're then creating more fullness in the hem, as it were.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're a bit not confused or just want to confirm where you're adding that fullness, you can compare both and you can
Yes.
see what they've done.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add on 2 centimetres here.
It's good that they've put in a pattern piece for both, isn't it? Because they could easily have just gone.
They could have easily done the A to B and
yeah.
gone, oh, here's the instructions.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it's a really, really good beginner pattern
Yeah.
because it's beginner sewing techniques which you then can use your French seams or adjust, or you can just elevate it a little bit further. So I'm just marking my 2 centimetres here using my tape measure. And then we're going to probably mark, using our diagram from the pattern, it said about here. So we want to just mark where we're aiming that fullness to be filtering into, because we don't want to adjust this side seam, because if we add on here, it means it makes it longer, and we want the fullness here.
Exactly what the boobs are, basically.
Basically, yeah. So I'm just going to use my ruler, and this is just as you go, just very, very gently following the curve and making it smooth. We don't want anything sharp or jagged. So we're going to start from this side. I will just slightly hand draw that in just to get a real filter. And then I'll use my ruler to in. And it is a bit of a process. You want smooth lines. I'm using just like a more fluffy line at the minute. And then I will, once I've had a look at how we're looking, and then we're going to get the precise line. So yeah. But I think when we're tracing off and doing this, it's always good to mark off the original pattern so you can refer back to where you were we started. Because sometimes you think, what happened? What did I do there? Is that have I included the seam allowance or anything?
Also, there's nothing wrong with writing on your pattern.
I was about to say,
Oh,
nothing.
sorry.
No. It's exactly as I say. Like sometimes you can just write, or the date you've adjusted.
Yeah,
or be like,
yeah.
I've added 2 centimetres here. Actually,
Or what size you've adjusted it to, because there's
Yeah.
nothing to say you might make it for a friend who needs it even bigger, and you'll think, oh,
Exactly.
was that my size? Was that her size?
yeah, I don't know if you're like me. I forget everything. I'll forget. Like I just have to write it down, otherwise it's gone out my brain.
of course, yeah.
So we've got a nice filter there. So when we pull it up, we can see that is. Can you move it over a tiny bit?
Oh.
Yes, well done there. We can see that was the original line here.
Yeah.
And then we've just added on, basically. So that's our sewing pattern there. So I want to put in here 2 centimetres. And I'll put a little arrow to where I've put it. And then I'll mark that is the original.
Yeah.
Just so it's all written down and we've got our information. Yeah. So let me talk about if we've adjusted a pattern. We've changed things, and when we make a sewing pattern, someone makes a sewing pattern, we do lots of trialing, testing. So if you've adjusted it, it probably would be a good idea to make a trial.
Oh yeah,
just to
but don't
have an
you
idea.
think if you have bought a new pattern, say you've never bought a chalk and notch before you cut into, now our fabrics there are very, very reasonable, but if you're going to make that of a silk or a lovely, expensive, whatever, you don't want to be cutting it out straight away because you don't know if it's going to fit or anything.
No,
so I would say, with calico,
yeah.
Unless it's a stretch one or a thing like that, literally, when I get a pattern for the first time, I would always make. You don't have to make the whole thing. You don't have to make. You don't have to finish it.
No.
But just make the bodies to see if.
Yeah, that's what I've got here. So I've made. I was thinking you could see the difference. You can adjust, but I don't think I can compare on here. Here's the D and E. So this is the pattern that I've just added on.
Right.
And if we can see here, we've got. Oh, we can see. There we go.
Yeah.
That is the extra 2 centimetres that we put in. So when it's worn, it will.
Yeah. Because at the moment it looks like you've added fullness to the tummy.
Yeah.
But once it's on, the
Once
fabric
it's
will lift.
on and in there, hopefully we can
Yeah.
see. Hopefully that's working. There we go. There we can.
Trying to recreate.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. The bit it
Yes.
pulls up.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so this is one of the toiles that I made. I originally made the smaller size to show you. And we've made it out the calico, which is a similar, little bit heavier than the fabric we got, but it's going to be adjusted.
Yeah.
And as this pattern comes with 2 finishing on the sleeve, that's the word, and the hem, I've just shown the 2 different finishes.
Okay,
so,
can you show us what they are?
Yes, so we've got on here is the more of a frill. So it's the similar technique with making a casing. It's just you move the casing up.
Yeah.
And then it makes this beautiful frill with a lovely finish there.
Yeah.
And then the other finish is just a casing.
Oh,
at the
no
bottom.
frill.
No frill. No frill. So very similar techniques. You just move the casing in.
Yeah.
So that's quite a good way also if you're not sure on what finishing you want to do. Like on this one, I've done both different sleeves on both sides.
One on one side, one on the
Yeah,
other.
so I put it on and then you can see which one you prefer, which one you don't. So if you're going to be making a toile, like you said, you don't have to don't do all the proper finishing.
No.
But do things that you might want to test out and see. So for example, when I don't know about you, when I sew my toiles, I normally use like a 4-length stitch.
Yep.
Because then it'd be easier to
Oh,
unpick. You know, all those sort of things. And I wouldn't finish the insides.
But this is how we make costumes, and sometimes you
Yeah.
would have an actress's, because I draw my own patterns,
Yeah.
but sometimes you wouldn't have the actresses or actors' right sizes.
No.
So you need to be able to put it on them and go, oh, that doesn't work, and like literally rip it while they've got it on and
Yeah.
repin it back together.
Yeah.
So you do get the right shape or the right size on them.
Yeah, so would you use a long stitch just to
Oh, yeah, totally.
easily just
And no zig, backwards and forwards, no reverse
No,
stitch
no,
at the
just
end,
a-
so you can just rip it.
Yeah, so that's the thing, isn't it? Like, some people, if you have an idea of thinking 90% might be okay,
Yeah.
then I might use some fabric in my stash and
Yeah.
it might turn into a wearable toile and you haven't, not wasted it, but you know,
Yeah.
it could be something at the end. Also, like I haven't done the bias binding neckline and you just know that that's another 1 centimetre seam allowance,
Yeah,
going to be lower. So yeah, it's a good way of...
But it's also a good way, if you've made that for you or for somebody else,
Yeah.
putting it on, you're thinking, oh, this neck's too high,
Yeah.
this neck's... Before, because if you've got this stage, you bound it,
Yeah, well-
there's nothing really you can do about
No.
it. Whereas that way, get your felt pen and draw
yeah.
a new neckline on or something.
Yeah, especially when you work in calico, you can just draw. Like on here, like we were talking about marking earlier, weren't
Yeah.
we? Like I've just put front CD,
Yeah.
so I know the difference because they can look very different.
Yeah.
And then you can just mark. And that's
Yeah.
like if you've got a dress form that's similar size to you, you can just do draw and then
Yeah.
going into draping.
Oh,
and
no,
fun
no,
things,
exactly.
can't you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, yeah, it's a good idea. I think it's a nice idea.
That's such a simple way of adding fullness to the bust, but because
Yeah.
it's a very simple top anyway, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, which I think is a great. Say you're more experienced sewer, but you want to get into pattern drafting and
Yeah.
you're that side of adjusting. It's quite a good pattern.
Oh, well,
to go
it's
into.
also the understanding of what it looks like flat. And I got to the stage when I was a pattern cutter that I could see, like somebody say, I want you to make the pattern for this dress here. In my brain, I could see it on the flat. sort of
Yeah.
thing. I did do draping as well, but I much preferred
did
cutting
you?
from a block. Yeah.
Oh, do you? I prefer draping. I'm like, I don't know, I'm more freer with the designing.
Yeah, well, I think it's because I was a technician. I was
Yeah.
making somebody else. Excuse me. I was making somebody else's designs, whereas you're designing.
Yeah,
your own
yeah,
creations,
it's different, isn't it? But I do like, I think I don't know, it just everyone's
Oh no, I
preference,
would
isn't
love
it?
to.
Yeah.
I would find though, I'd drape all the fabrics and I'd be like, oh, where am I going to put the seams now? I'd make a really beautiful draping.
It is a longer process,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because you've got to take it off and then do a very similar, trace it
Yeah,
off
but if you're
and make
doing
a pattern.
a bias cut dress, then I'd only drape it. I wouldn't do it from a pattern.
Yeah, because you want to see how it's going to fall. But yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, it's a very interesting way to, your first sort of introduction to pattern cutting.
Yeah,
And like you said, visualise how it's going to come out at the end.
Now, you showed us the brochure, the little booklet earlier.
Yeah.
Are there other, there seem to be pages of instructions.
There is quite a lot, but don't let you put it off. It's actually a really, really brilliant sewing pattern. We've got lots of information. There's different necklines. This one here, I've just bound it. I quite like a bias binding finish, but like you said, once it's done, it's on.
Yeah.
You can have a facing option as well, and then there's different necklines, and there's a lower back with a little tie, which is quite sweet.
Oh, so there's
as
lots
well.
of different... Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can mix and match with the facing.
So there's different finish on the sleeves, different finish on the hems, and different neckline shapes.
Yeah.
And the chance to make the bust fuller, or, well, you wouldn't go any smaller, would you? Because the A and the B's are
No,
small.
I think the A and the B, yeah. And also it gives you great instructions of then how to lengthen this top, because, you know, you might not be the length that you want, so you can make it longer or shorter, and it gives you great information of how to do that. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like a booklet of how to pattern draft it as well, and
Nice,
adjust it.
brilliant.
Because which you don't always see in all patterns. So I think it's really lovely, because sometimes with the elastic, you may want to add a little bit more to make it a bit
Yeah,
longer.
exactly.
You know.
Exactly. And some people don't want it to finish on the waist like that, do they? Want it-
No, so it tells you how to adjust it.
Okay, so if I'm not going to pattern draft it or anything,
Yeah.
are you going to show us how to... Oh, you got something else to show on that bit?
No.
I was going to say, show us how to make it.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Yeah, perfect.
Let me move this paper. Yeah, so I've got it here. So, again, following on from our last one, with this one, I did use French seams again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Let me just unpin it. And I need to remember which one's the front and the back. This is the back. Yeah, so it's a really simple make.
Yeah.
You run one seam from the sleeve into the side. So the side seam runs into
Oh,
one.
okay.
So really simple.
Oh, so there's no setting in the sleeves or anything?
Nothing, no. It's really, really good. So the pattern pieces are quite big, and
Yeah.
you've got your one piece. So I did French seams on this side. The curve does take a bit more of manipulating, because it is a little bit of a curve. But I also did French seams on the top here. So
But if you don't do French seams, I've got an overlocker coming up in the next hour. There's an overlocker. Oh, I don't think we told Levi. There's an overlocker in the next hour. And we're not getting any more till April, just so you know, of that overlocker.
Lovely, right, yes. So it's a really lovely beginner make. So we construct it by putting your front to your back, and then we add in the details.
Right.
So
So are you French seaming this, or are you normal seaming it?
I would French seam it, but
Oh,
if you
no,
want
I
to
was
see
going
it
to say,
again-
putting right sides together or wrong sides together.
Oh, yeah, wrong
if
sides
people
together.
weren't watching this morning.
Oh yes, yeah. It'd be wrong sides together. Along here, and then actually we can see here the difference.
Oh,
in
yeah.
The extra added. This is the back, but the smaller bust size would look very similar to that.
Of course, yeah.
So yes, let's do the top ones. So for the French seam, again, it gives a really nice finish on this cotton fabric, and we're going to be going. It's the same. I haven't got a right or wrong side as easy again. We'll be wrong sides together. I think the gingham with the binding will look really interesting when you look inside, because obviously the binding's cut on the face.
Definitely.
Yeah, same with the facing. But it's one thing also, if you were going to add the frill detail, it does make your sleeve and waist higher.
Oh,
because it uses a larger hem.
Yeah.
So if you were thinking, oh, I might want to lengthen it, which would be very simple again, because this is all straight. We just add on.
Which again is why you should make the calico toile. Because
Exactly.
if you make it
Yeah.
through the pattern shape and you go, oh, these sleeves are a bit too short now, I don't want it finishing there, you've not wasted any fabric. You'll know just to make your sleeves a bit longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that is one thing to think about on this pattern, if you know, it's all those sort of adjustments. But it's quite nice with the elastic on the bottom, because you can wear it like that, or if you wear like high-waisted trousers or anything, it tucks nicely in.
Oh,
which
okay,
is, Which is very comfortable.
Yeah, it's not too gathered, is it? It's not too...
No, it's not. No, it's not bulky at all. So, because this is... Open up my new pins. I'm just pinning it all together because I can do it all in one go.
Yeah.
We might as well. So yeah, it's a very, very beginner-friendly pattern, and it uses some really good techniques.
Yeah. So, have you matched your gingham?
Oh my God, you read my mind, and
Oh,
I was like,
sorry.
oh no, I don't think I have. Have I?
I don't think
No,
it matters.
I don't think I have,
I don't think it matters
no,
because
but-
it's not like it's. I'd be if it had a centre front oak.
Oh, yeah, that's-
and they were
yeah.
off. I'd be like.
Oh, that would annoy me a bit. Yeah,
But
it'd
the
be
fact
like...
it's on the side seam, which is very full, and nobody's actually ever going to see.
No, I was just thinking it's lining up with the lines, but I don't think I think it's opposite colourway, which is a bit annoying. I know that's when you make your own clothes and you go and buy ready to wear, and those like lines don't line up.
No.
Oh, it annoys me.
Oh, I've got to check. I bet you any money my check shirt that I wore coming in today wasn't matched. No.
It's all like fabric, isn't it? Using the fabric up and.
Also, when you want this up in calico,
Mm-hmm.
take it to pieces afterwards because the pieces are huge that you can then reuse for something else.
Yeah, because it's all cut as really big packages.
Yeah.
Definitely. You've got a nice lot of fabric which you then can use on.
Got a message. Thank you for this. I've not found how to do a full bust adjustment on a garment without darts anywhere. Now I can make the 3 tops I've been putting off, says Nicola.
Oh, that's
there
lovely.
You go. Brilliant.
Oh,
That's why I'm saying we don't cover this normally, so it's brilliant to do
Oh,
it.
that's nice. Oh, my foot thing's gone. Yeah, so with wrong sides together, I'm just going to stitch along. This pattern has got a 1 centimetre seam allowance,
Right.
so I'll be doing ½ centimetre
Yeah.
and cutting it down. But, yeah.
What size stitch are you using?
3 I normally use, yeah. Oh, lost my sticks. But I think also this pattern makes such a good, like with the casing, it's a good skill to learn because a casing you can use on so many
But
different...
you use casings on bag making, on tote bags, on duffel bags and all sorts.
Yeah, skirts, if you want to make a real simple, gathered skirt, well,
Or kiddies' clothes. which
Yeah,
is
like
fantastic.
yeah, it's a really good, I think it's one of those real beginner skills.
So do you make all your child's clothes?
Everyone asks me this and I don't. my dream was to be like, oh yeah, she'd only have lovely dresses. And in reality, it hasn't worked out like that at all. I would love to. I made her first birthday dress, which was a beautiful dress, and I bought Liberty fabric and it was lovely. So I'm really happy I made that. So many times I went to cut it out, and then by the time I actually got round to then sewing, she'd then grown out of it.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
yes, I know. I will do. I do want to. That is the thing to do, but it's so time consuming. And it
How
grows
old
so
is she now then?
1.5.
Oh, only little.
So yeah,
time.
so I thought, I got lots of time, and they grow so quickly. So my pedals
Yeah.
done. So I think that's it. So when she's a bit older, definitely.
Also, you want to sort of not appreciate, that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Like you put a 1-year-old in a dress, they're not going to go, "Oh, mummy, I look beautiful." Whereas if they're 3 or 4,
Yeah.
they're going to be like,
Although she's bordering on that. She loves.
"Oh, is she already?"
Yeah, she always loves it. If I'm getting fabric out for like these demos, just prepping, she's like, ooh, yeah, I think she's definitely getting into clothes, but then also then to get food down it, you think, oh, I've made that dress.
You made that dress.
I want to, for her second birthday, I'll make her dress, and then I want to do more going forward.
It's going to be an annual thing then. One dress.
Yeah, just one dress, yeah. And I was hoping to make her Christmas dress, but that didn't happen either.
Or you have to do matching Christmas dresses, one for you, one for her.
That would be the dream. And that's why I had visions, and has it happened?
No.
I think, sewing is one of those things that is quite time consuming when you have a child.
Of course. You kind of think, though, I still do it these days, I'll just knock one of these up really quickly. And actually, you forget the actual time it takes to cut something out.
I think it's getting the sewing machine out as well. It's the physical space as well. It's the pins as well. I'm so
You not put a
paranoid.
she shed at the end of your garden?
No, this is the thing. No, I used to have a room to sew, but it's now her bedroom.
Of course.
So
I think that's a little bit more important.
definitely. So everything's in like a cupboard.
Oh.
Although actually, as of this weekend, I've actually got a studio, which is exciting. Very, very exciting. So I can go and sew, basically.
So you have to work harder to pay for it.
Yeah. But that's why I wanted to learn to knit. Because I thought you can just sit and do that on the sofa.
Crochet is very big.
It is, yeah. No, that's what I need to do. Yeah. Do you knit? No, not a knitter.
No, when we had, what was the lady's name? Claire on, and she made me knit live on air, and she said, right, when take this home, and when I come in next time, you can have finished it. And it's
Yeah.
literally sitting on the dresser in my sewing room, just literally. And people go, "Oh, you knit," and I was like, "No,
No,
no."
it's just sitting there as a present.
And and crochet, I know all the terminology, I know how to do them, but then putting a crochet hook in my hand, it's like, no, this isn't, no.
It's not going to work. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's, yeah.
Jess gets stressed about the tension, don't you, Jess?
Oh, yeah. I don't know much about it, but that's...
I think you've got enough on your plate at the moment.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've got enough. We don't need to add on another hobby. I'm just going to do this other
Yeah, okay,
side
that's
seam. But yeah, no sleeve. You don't have to put any sleeves in, like we were talking earlier, weren't we, about putting sleeves in.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it is a very quick make. So if it is, it probably would be like a good, like a 2-hour make.
Yeah,
Like,
oh yeah,
pop it
yeah,
up,
yeah. But remember to leave a good 2 hours. Don't think, oh, I'm going out at 4, I'll start.
Oh yeah, no. Oh no, I've never done that. Especially if you got an overlock, that would make it a lot.
Oh,
quicker. You just,
yeah.
you know,
Get one in the next hour.
Yeah, is that what you got on?
Well, I'm not supposed to have, but I had it on because when the air thread, I've got the air threader overlocker,
Oh,
and
nice.
I was doing it the other day, and then I saw Paul upstairs who deals with Elna,
Yeah.
and he says we can't get any more till April, so I just want people to get theirs now before it's too
Yeah.
late.
Fair enough. Right. I'll just show you the bottom of this, and we can really see. You know, I was talking about why it's important to filter your added adjustment into the side seams,
Yeah.
because we need the front and back to, you just move that slightly over, to filter back so they match identically.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If we added the extra here
Yeah.
and then just continued on straight, your front's going to be longer than your back.
Exactly.
So, and then that's not going to help with the fullness. So that's the kind of situation we're aiming for.
It'll just make it all bigger all over.
It would be, yeah.
Not
It's
what you want,
not
is it?
doing the thing. So that's kind of what you're aiming for when
Yeah.
we are doing the adjustments.
Lovely.
Right, so I'm just going to cut down.
Lo says, I started knitting and then I kept leaving it in other people's houses for them to finish it for me. Crochet is much easier.
Oh, okay. That's one way of finishing.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to trim down the seam slightly. I have done a small French seam, but
Right.
we don't want to.
Well, while you're doing
Through.
that, do you mind if I just recap
Yeah, you go
the
through.
back
Yeah,
pattern
you
of
go.
fabrics?
Yeah.
So here's all the tools that Holly's using. We've got in the next hour. So don't worry. Don't be thinking, oh, what was that tracing wheel shoes? What was that? I've got all of that in the next hour. Pattern here, the Aria top for a beginner. $21.99. Now, these are American sizes, remember, so it goes from a 4 to a 34 UK size, but go by all the measurements on the back. Do not go by dress size.
I think that's important for any sewing pattern, isn't it? Just go by the measurements, not your dress
Yeah,
size.
always. Because the thing is, if you're an 18 in Wallace,
Oh, yeah, you're never
you're a
gonna
22 in Marks
Yeah.
and Spencer's, and you're a 24 in Topshop. None of them, and even if you go to the same shop from season to season,
Yeah.
they have different designers, different pattern graders. So you could be in Wallace and have a size 16 one year, go the next season, you're either a 14 or an 18.
Yeah, it's
No,
so annoying.
never ever do that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
Well, it is disheartening, but nobody sees your label, Jess.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those things, like, which beginner sewist asks, like, how do I choose a size?
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it is one of
totally.
those things, isn't it? 'Cause
So that's the pattern. Make sure you check out on that, $21.99. Fabric-wise, let's do the ginghams first. So this is the O-cup gingham here. Oh, hang on, show control's frozen, so we'll be within a second. We'll just carry on. Oh, we're back. Now, this is gorgeous, this. Oh, hang on, let's see. There you go. You're getting 2 meters of the gingham there, $14.99. You're saving £3. Excuse me, I do apologise about my throat. $14.99. Now, if you're not buying this blouse, but you're thinking, oh, I might buy Catherine's on the birthday week because she's launching her, get this now. $14.99. Beautiful, I love that. It's really lovely quality cotton, that.
yeah, really.
And we've got it in black. Oof. What? 8 left once you've all checked out. Shelley says, oh, I do miss my she shed, but I don't miss him at all. Oh, dear. We'll not go there.
No, so there's a story there. We don't need
Yeah,
to.
there's definitely a story there. Right, I've got viscose. Viscose. Beautiful, 14.99. How many have I got those in baskets? Beautiful, single figures on that when you've checked out. Now I've got some cotton lawn in the ditzy print. Oh, only 7 of these left. 7 of these left once you've checked out. It's lovely, that, isn't it? You'll be making little girls' dresses out of things like this.
Yeah, I've got a lot of that in my stash,
I
actually.
bet you have.
Yeah, yeah.
Gorgeous. Then we've got, now I'm going to do the floral one first because I love this. Oh, you know what, Jess? Now you said that, I can't. You could make the most beautiful, I don't want to say house coat, but I want to say like kimono. You know, like Sunday morning throw or whatever. Out of that would be beautiful. Yeah. Oh, it's going to sell out. Okay, it's going to sell out. If you want that, I've got as many in baskets, I've got stock now. I don't know if it is upside down, look, because that one there goes that way. Yeah. Thank you, Christopher. Well, you could maybe have yours that way round, and then Jess could have a matching one going that way round. Oh no, you'll have your brush cotton pyjamas on anyway, won't you? Then we've got cactus, double gauzing cactus. It's a lovely colour, that one, isn't it? Beautiful. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. I think that's slang, isn't it? In Australia, apparently, if someone goes, "You're cactus," it means you're dead. That's nice. Thanks for that, Christopher. That fabric beautifully. Then we've got the gold. I'm addicted at the moment to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, where he goes into a restaurant that's in a...
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
I put one on my Skybox, and it's done the whole series. And I can't just delete them all. I better watch this one. And they're all the same thing.
It's all the same, but it's...
spits the food out. They say my food's brilliant. There's a row, there's a fight, and then everything's all right in it.
It's so good, I know.
Beautiful. Then I've got it in the soft pink. There you go. Pale pink double gauze. Lovely. Then we've got it in the terracotta. What was that, Christopher? Beautiful. Now, calico, if you want to make a toile, we have got it by the ½ metre. In the next hour, I've got the bolt of 25 metres. But if you just want to buy it off the bolt by the ½ metre, you can do. £2.99 for ½ metre. If you buy it off the bolt, you get it more affordably. That's all. You know, like the whole bolt, you get it more affordably. We have got some elastic. Oh, no, it's already cut into 1 metre strips. Now it doesn't tell you how much to buy. Because it's up to you, I suppose, because you need to know how much going around there.
Yes.
And how much going around there. And of course, you've got these.
Yeah, it depends how tight you'd write it as well, isn't it?
Oh, if you're making a size 30. Okay, so this doesn't work then. If this is cut in 1 metre pieces... Yeah, but Jess, that doesn't work, because if it's already cut into 1 metre pieces. Yeah. So what size from downwards do I need a metre? Okay, if you're going up to a size 18, that's enough for your waistline there. Oh, wait, US size, that's 22, UK size. You can't just knock them together like this. I suppose you could stitch them together with zigzag. Yeah, but then you've also got weak points then when you're pulling it on and off. I wonder why we've done that. I wonder why we've cut them into metre pieces. Oh, was this when we did the masks? Because it's the 6mm that we use for the masks, isn't it? Those days. Pattern, $21.99. How you doing over there, then?
Yeah, we're going
good. Oh, blimey, the hour's nearly gone. I was sitting back thinking, I've got half the show.
Gone. Yeah, I'm just sewing around the corner, like around the underarm.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice This pattern would drape so differently in different fabrics.
Oh, completely.
Yeah,
Completely.
yeah.
I have to say, I love double gauze, but at the moment, I'd be frightened that that might make me look fat. And
No, but it's got-
I'm very,
Yeah, no,
I'd
it has
just say-
got some volume to it.
It's, because it's double gauze. It's got a bit of
Yeah.
volume. If you did it in the viscose, it would be all drapey.
It would be
and,
very
and the
drapey.
gingham would look lovely because it look a bit
It would-
sharper.
Yeah, it will really hold the
Oh,
gathers.
this would be beautiful.
Yeah,
'cause
it would be.
The sleeves would hold,
Yes.
wouldn't they?
Oh,
Whereas, I love the double gauze, don't get me wrong, but I just think if you're conscious that you think you look a bit kind of like that, who have we got in the building that wouldn't wear it? I can't do that, can I? You what? Who? No. Hayley couldn't wear it like that, could she? Well, it's easy to blame Hayley. You know? Can you imagine Ian sitting at his desk in that? No, I can actually, yeah. He's on a ski slope at the moment.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, message. Morning, guys. Loving the demo. Lovely pattern and gorgeous fabrics. Just got to decide pattern, check or plain. Decisions. Debbie, I'd go gingham. Go gingham.
Yeah, I'll be able to hold this up to give you a bit of an
Yeah.
idea. But I don't think we're going to be finishing it today, but well, I'll show you.
Yeah.
When we run around the corner, it is quite a tight corner, so we just, if you're confident and go a bit, but take your time.
Yeah.
We don't want to be running off. But sometimes it's good just to pivot around this corner because it is slightly sharp.
Oh, style tip from Christopher now. Gingham will be more wearable in the summer.
Yep, definitely.
Because,
lovely.
Chris? Oh, cowboy fashion is all the rage this summer, he said.
It is, no, it
is
definitely is. It's really in, it's coming.
How did you know that, Chris?
Know this fashion.
Funny.
Yeah, it would be. This with maybe some wide leg denim jeans would
Yeah.
be really in fashion and really nice and timeless for any
Yeah,
body
exactly.
shape or age.
Yeah.
Right. Let me turn it around. Then we can have a little bit of an idea of how it's looking. We won't get it all done, but we can talk about the casing.
Yeah, brilliant. Actually,
You know,
do you know what?
Some fabrics just look so different.
No, but I don't think you need to gather the hem.
No, you don't have to. No, I wouldn't say
Because
you
it
don't
looks
have to. Yeah.
it looks lovely.
I'm not tall enough.
Yeah. Jump.
There you go. But yeah.
But you could just leave the
You
bottom.
could just do a simple hem, and then if you're wearing high-waisted jeans, just have it
Tucked
a bit
in.
more tucked in or a boxy look. you know,
Yeah.
lovely.
Or tucked in, or just out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Yeah, or you don't, or you could even just hem your sleeve if you want more of a. Depends what look you want, but
Yeah, no. I think I'd leave the bottom like that, but
Yeah.
still do this to the sleeves.
yeah, some detail. Right, I'm just going to press the seams while we're here, and then
And we've got pattern paper with checks and with plain.
Yeah.
Is there one you'd prefer?
I don't know. I think maybe plain.
Yeah.
I think I'd be plain. Maybe if I was like just in that demo when you have to line something up and you're tracing off, then it's quite nice to have that guide.
Yeah. Or if you're drafting your own pattern, it's nice.
Yeah,
to
it's nice to know
squares,
it's definitely straight. Otherwise, you've got to work out the straight line. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it probably depends what you're doing.
Because
What-
I've
what would
always
prefer?
worked with the one that's got the dot and cross on it, every inch sort of thing. So when you're drawing a pattern, you can go 6 inches across. And
Oh,
down.
yeah, of course.
But,
yeah.
but when I'm tracing, I think either really, but I think the plain one, you haven't got anything to get in the way of your lines.
No, yeah, you can just see it. Yeah, it depends what you're doing, doesn't it? I don't
And
know.
do you ever use your tracing wheel with carbon paper or tracing paper underneath it?
Yeah, I have at uni, but I haven't done that at home actually.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, we can just really get the marks.
Yeah.
Is that how you would do
Always,
it?
always, yeah.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting to
Only
hear
because
people's
I learned how to do
processes.
tailor tacks, and I thought they were the most boring things in the world. So I'm happier with a tracing wheel, and I put my carbon paper on a big piece of thin wood.
Oh,
and it's already on there the whole time. So you haven't got to unravel it every time. You can just put your piece on and go like this and just trace through all the time. And then just when it gets a bit worn out, just stick another piece of tracing paper or coloured paper on the carbon paper on it. So it's there constantly to use.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm going to. That made me think now. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to do.
Do you only use yours to make the holes in the paper?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I mark all my darts up with it. If the fabric
Yeah.
allows,
Yeah, if it.
then I would do my, especially with my calico.
Yeah.
So you can just trace the pattern through. You've got all your seam lines, all your darts marked on.
Oh, that takes a whole step out. Oh, I'm going to try that
There you
now.
go.
That's really good.
If I put your TikTok on and the thing I want to
I'll be
credit.
like, oh, look at this. Oh, so funny. Oh, that's interesting, is it? That's the thing. There's no really right or wrong. You've got the principles of
Yeah,
sewing,
exactly.
but then everyone has so many different ways of doing things, and it is all about that experimenting and being creative, isn't it?
Which is where calico comes in. Right, look, we've only got 2 minutes
Oh,
left.
yes, sorry.
Can you talk us through how to do the casing on either on the sleeve or on the bottom?
Yeah, I'll go then.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, we've
too
been
much on my
chatting.
side,
Yeah, absolutely chatting. So with the casing, it does say how big like casing would need for the elastic. Obviously, it does depend what elastic width you have
Yeah.
as well. It does obviously recommend it. But how you would do it, we want to first prep the fabric by...
Oh, sorry. Chris was just getting his camera.
Oh, sorry. But a way to be more precise is to press it first.
Yes.
So we want to, I think it is 1 centimetre seam allowance. So we'll press a 1 centimetre along here.
Oh, and having the gingham means you can match it up perfectly with
Yeah.
the lines, doesn't twist or anything.
For this one. Well, on there it does.
Yeah, but do the straight one
But on the
first.
straight one, yeah. So we'll press that 1 centimetre and then we roll it over and we'll press again and it will be just over 1 centimetre. Depends what your width of your elastic is.
Yeah,
We need
exactly.
to have it larger than the width of the fabric, of the elastic. Otherwise it won't go through the casing. So we'll press that like that and that's created the casing. We then will run a line of stitching along here.
Yeah.
All the way around, but we're going to be leaving a little gap around 5 centimetres-ish. It depends how you do it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get our elastic, attach it to a safety pin and run it all the way through, come out the little end, tie it together. And then that's when we...
So do you tie or sew?
It depends on the width of the fabric.
Yeah.
If elastic, if it's a thin knot, I would just knot it.
Yeah.
But if it's wider or fatter, then I would sew it together. So always bear in mind you need some sort of lap over seam allowance on your elastic. And then you don't want to sew it up. This is when we want to double check your width of how tight or loose you want
So
it.
keep it safety pin to start with.
Yeah.
Pin the two ends together.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah.
If the elastic feels too tight, then you know you've got to let it out a bit.
Yes.
Feels too loose, pull it in a bit,
Yeah.
and then and only then sew it or knot it.
Exactly, yes. So again, that's all down to your preference of how you want to finish it. So I'm just going to finish here.
And are the sleeves the same then?
Exactly the same, yeah, with the ruffle.
So if I'm just doing it right on the edge like your toile, I do it exactly like that.
Yeah.
How would I do it then if the
Oh, yeah.
elastic's further up?
I'll show you. So we do exactly the same. Press up 1 centimetre. I'll just demonstrate it quickly. Press up 1 centimetre, and then you want to go a little bit longer.
Yeah, which is where you're saying you lose.
Yeah, I believe, off the top of my head, if I can remember, but I think it's 3 centimetres.
Yeah, but it's in on
So, yes, it's in there. But so you would lose 2 centimetres on the length here or on the top length. So you would stitch that along and then make a smaller casing, run the elastic through exactly the same, and then it would create the ruffle on the edge. Yeah. So exactly the same. You just move that casing up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So you still leave a gap the same because you're sewing the casing on the hem that you've turned up. It's not, you're not creating a set. There's no, I think a lot of people would think, oh, I'd have to put a tape in there and put
No, it's exactly the same. You're just making it a little more deeper, really, and an extra line of stitching.
Brilliant. All right, lovely. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been lovely. It's been great chatting fashion.
Very nice, lovely. We're bound to see you again, so take care of yourself, and we'll see you again soon. Right, don't go anywhere. I've got an overlocker, a very big iron on a special deal. There it is. And I've got all the tools that Holly used in this hour in the next hour. And I've got the elastic like this. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you back here in 4 minutes.
Pins are used to hold pattern pieces onto your fabric and your fabric together before you sew it. Always buy the best pins that you can afford. I like ones with nice heads on that you can hold, because you can see them if you drop them on the floor. I also like a magnetic pin dish because it stops you losing them.
Missed a show on Sewing Street? Don't worry, you can catch up on all the action from the past week on our website. Just head over to sewingstreet.com and go to TV Guide and pick a day, then a show up to 7 days back from the Today tab. Looking for something older? Check out the Sewing Street YouTube page, where you'll find our full archive of shows anytime, anywhere. Stay inspired and keep sewing with Sewing Street.
Head over to your App Store now and search Sewing Street and simply download to your smartphone or tablet. You can watch the shows live and see your favourite presenters and guests. Click on the Today button to shop all of the products that are featured in today's show.
Here at Sewing Street, we only charge one P&P throughout the day. You can add as many items to your basket and check out and still only be charged once. Once you've checked out the first time and want to order again, you simply add the item to the basket and click on the Combine Order button. Remember, standard P&P is £4.95. Charges may differ for outside the UK. Or upgrade to our premium option for £6.95 on certain items. Shopping made easy at Sewing Street.
Did you know at Sewing Street that on various products we offer split pay? That means on certain items you can spread the cost over 2, 3, 4 or sometimes even 5 interest-free monthly payments. Just pay the first instalment when you purchase and you're away. So shop your way with split pay. Never miss a show by watching on the go with the Sewing Street app. Head over to your App Store now and search Sewing Street and simply download to your smartphone or tablet. You can watch the shows live and see your favourite presenters and guests. Click on the Today button to shop all of the products that are featured in today's show. Want to know what's hot? Then click here to see today's bestsellers and highlights. Have you missed a show or want to watch one back? Then click the schedule button and you can go back 7 days to watch and shop, and you can also see what's coming up over the next 7 days. Want to say hello or ask a question to our guests? Then send a message to the studio. You can also keep in touch with all the latest news, events, product launches and much more by clicking here for our social media pages. Never miss a show by watching on the go with Sewing Street. Every day, our experts will bring you a wealth of knowledge. They'll take you through the steps of making projects, and we feature fabulous tips along the way. Whether you're new to sewing or a seasoned pro, you're sure to learn something new. We're live every day from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m, and you can also watch back all of the demonstrations featured on the show on our YouTube channel.
Charm Pack, or 5-inch squares. A charm pack is a bundle of pre-cut fabric squares, usually 5 inches by 5 inches. Each piece comes in different patterns and colours that match perfectly. They're great for quilts, patchwork or any small sewing project. No cutting or matching needed. So next time you are looking for a quick and easy way to start a sewing project, why not try a charm pack?
Looking for the perfect gift for the sewing enthusiast in your life? The Sewing Street gift card is just the thing. Choose between a physical card delivered to their door or a convenient e-gift sent straight to their inbox. It's easy. Just head to the Sewing Street website, scroll to the bottom of the page, click Gift Cards, or use your smartphone, scan the QR code and go straight there. Pick the amount you'd like to load onto the card, and that's it. The Sewing Street gift card, the gift of creativity made simple.
Want to say hello or ask a question to our guests? Then send a message to the studio. You can also keep in touch with our social media pages. All the latest news, events, product launches, and much, much more. Search Sewing Street. Never miss a show by watching on the go with the Sewing Street app. Head over to your App Store now and search Sewing Street and simply download to your smartphone or tablet. You can watch the shows live and see your favourite presenters and guests. Click on the Today button to shop all of the products that are featured in today's show. Want to know what's hot? Then click here to see today's bestsellers and highlights. Have you missed a show or want to watch one back? Then click the schedule button and you can go back 7 days to watch and shop, and you can also see what's coming up over the next 7 days. Want to say hello or ask a question to our guests? Then send a message to the studio. You can also keep in touch with all the latest news, events, product launches, and much more by clicking here for our social media pages. Never miss a show by watching on the go with Sewing Street.
Missed a show on Sewing Street? Don't worry, you can catch up on all the action from the past week on our website. Just head over to sewingstreet.com and go to TV Guide and pick a day, then a show up to 7 days back from the Today tab. Looking for something older? Check out the Sewing Street YouTube page, where you'll find our full archive of shows anytime, anywhere. Stay inspired and keep sewing with Sewing Street.
Right, very quickly, because we're not supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to be doing the iron, but it's just heating up. We just mentioned this in Holly's Hour, right? I've found out all about this now, right? We're crashing the price, and that's the price going forward. That's how much we will always sell these. No, John, not always sell these. It's on 5-way split pay. We're going to this price, right? I went up after the last show. I went up to see Baldy Paul, and he said, we cannot get any more. No, the order went in ages ago, right? Because after Manager Special, he put the order in, but it takes 5 months for it to arrive. The new ones will not arrive till April, right? We can't get any more till April. All of these will be that price. So if you don't buy it today, all of these will be that price. But when these 5 have gone, that's it. There are no more till April. No more air threader overlockers till April. Now, what I'll get Chris to do is after this hour, I will get him to play the video, the 3-minute video of me telling you all about this overlocker and how to thread it and everything like that we did in the posh house. We'll do that at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know where it comes under, but it's when we filmed. It's when we filmed in that house in Shropshire. Yeah, brilliant. So after this show, before Hobby Maker starts, we'll play that film, because I don't want to stand here showing you how to thread it and everything like that. But I do want you to know there are only 5, and we can't get any more till April. Simple as that. Simple as that. And who knows? I don't know, right? Baldy Paul couldn't guarantee that the price would be $1,059 in April, because we don't know. And also, as you know, Ben found out that plastic, which this is made out of, is going to be one of the highest, what do you call it, trajectory of prices of going up in the world in 2025. Okay, they will go, if you want the air threader is just I mean, message Julie Vaughan. She'll tell you how brilliant they are. It's so easy to thread. This here, that's the lower looper and the upper looper and the lower looper, and the machine threads them with air. You don't have, the only threading you have to do is that. And then you just press the button. It's just brilliant. I thought the posh house was yours, John. No, Sue. It was one that cost them thousands of pounds to rent for 5 days. £1,059. Right, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that with you. There's several in baskets. I'm going to give this to Levi now so he can put it away. We don't know if we were supposed to do that either, but anyway. Thank you, Levi. Got it? Yeah, brilliant. Right, is this hot enough yet? Let me just check. Yeah. Right, what was the last date we had this in? We'll just put the graphics in. Right. So, I'm doing this to scrunch up some calico. When? October, 5th of October. Right, okay, so first of all, this here, they've taken it out of the graphics. When we first got this, right, first of all, we didn't have split pay in those days. It was £349, and it was an introductory offer to take it to £299. We just got completely stuck, on that price. We don't tell people, oh, it's £299, £299. On a special day, we'd be allowed to take it to £269, I think it was it? £269, right? So when Jess messaged me last week and said, oh, we've got the big iron in on Tuesday. And I said, blimey, I haven't done that for ages. So she said, well, what shall I do? Shall I put you were going to put a pressing mat and something else with it, weren't you? It's like a little gift. And I went, no, get money off it. Get money off it. Baldy Paul said, no, you cannot take any money off it, right? We've replaned this. We've got lots of these. I'm not going to go, oh, it's only 6 like we used to. It's only 6, only 7. I've got a lot of these, right? Christine, keeps winning the Block of the Month competitions, right? A Block of the Year. She's got one of these. She absolutely adores it. Jess, well, you know the price because you've seen the slide all day. Last time it was on air, it was £269.99. £249.99, and it's on 3-way split pay. 3-way split pay. Right, I'll get it on the table. Oh, honestly, Chris, have faith. Right, what you mustn't do is you must not do this when you've got it at home, when it's hot, right? Because I'm just doing it to show it in the... Yeah, right. This is what you're getting, right? But not only are you getting all of this, you get the little trolley that comes with it, right? Now, the trolley has been made to fit the iron on, the iron base on. Look, it's got the corner units here, so it doesn't slide anywhere. There's loads in baskets, right? So now, we looked up this trolley on a website to see if we could just buy this trolley. It was over £100. Just for this was over £100. I know. Now, it's got wheels, and now you're thinking, well, why do I need wheels? I'll tell you about that in a minute. So your iron fits perfectly on the top of there, right? So don't do what I just did and move it around while it's hot. So before you start, Rebecca Harrison that comes in, right? When she was at Angels, the costumiers, which is where I first met her 30 years ago, whatever, she was in charge of filling all the industrial ironing machines, irons, every morning, because what you have to do, excuse me, is you have to put the water in when it's cold. Now, we'll make that loud noise that you heard earlier, because it's pressurized. So what you do is when it's cold, you open here. Now, I don't know if we might need somebody to follow. We might need somebody to follow this. Okay, right, there you go. You fill it here. So now, this is where the water is. Now, you must never, ever, ever open this once it's on, because this whole section here pressurizes, right? Now, if you're thinking, oh, I've got children in the house, or I've got a husband who can't leave things alone, or whatever, don't worry, because look, you can turn it as much as you like. It's got one of those, like a pill thing where you have to push it down and twist it, push it down. It's not the easiest thing to get off, even when it's cold, but that's a safety thing. So what you do to get it off, I'm not going to do it because it's hot, obviously, is you push it right down, twist, Push it right down and twist. Do not open it while it's hot, because we had a floor person when we were at Sewing Quarter that did that and scalded all up his arm and that. Now, I'm only saying that it won't happen. You mustn't do it. Just don't do it. Which is why every time before you switch it on, you fill the tank. Because if you're halfway through doing your job and the tank runs out, you have to then wait for it to go cold. So every morning when you're going to use it, fill it up. You get this bottle. That's a special bottle. Ours fell over earlier and it's broken. But what you do is you can turn it upside down and it can be filling the tank, and then it stops when the tank's full. So you get that bottle anyway with it and the trolley that it lives on. This here is your pressure gauge of how much pressure steam you're going to do. And then on the front here, let me just take that off there. On the front here, you've got different buttons, right? Let me twist it around for you. So you've got your on-off and you've got your steam on-off. If that red light comes on, you stop steaming immediately, because that's telling you the water tank is empty. You can switch it off like that. You can switch it off and you can switch it on. So you can use it dry. If you don't want steam, you can use it dry as well. Right, so this here, this is the main ironing unit here. So you switch it on, it'll go like that when it's heating up and everything like that. Right, they're going. I need to tell you these are going already, right? So it's got a cork handle, so your handle can never get hot. This weighs 1.5 kilos, so it's not particularly heavy, even though it looks like it'd be a really, really heavy iron. And then you've just got your old-fashioned dial here, going from 1 to do silk, 2 to do wools, 3 to do cottons and steam, and then 4 to do extra hot. You see that there? So it's a little... That's why we had to wait, because it was only on number 1, so we just had to wait for it to heat up and everything. On the bottom there, you've got your steam holes there. Right, watch this. Are you ready? Oh, hang on. Here it comes. Look at the steam. Oh, you might need to see it from over there, further away. Look. The fire alarms could go off in a minute. The steam on this is fantastic. That was only part of what it does. You can, because you know what they say about the most brilliant thing for disinfecting and killing bugs and everything, steam. So if you want to steam your mattress, steam your mattress. If you want to steam your sofa, if you've got a sofa, or not like the one I've got now, but the one I had before, where the covers don't come off, and you've got cats that sleep on the arms, and you want to just freshen it up, use the steam. Curtains, it's brilliant for curtains. Now, that's why the trolley comes in, because you can wheel it from your sewing room, or wherever you've got it, wheel it to the dining room, plug it in, because the steam goes vertically as well, goes that way. But it goes that way as well, look. I mean, it's not steaming. There you go. The steam that comes off it, that's a very... I don't know why it's not doing it today. It usually shoots across the room like that. No, it's on proper temperature now. It's all ready to go and everything. Anyway, the other thing about it is people go, oh, but I'm not a costume maker. I don't need to use big... You can do shirts with it. You can do shirts. And all I've done is the calico from the last hour. Levi's just told me off for using the calico from the last hour. Look at how crunkled and wrinkled this is, right? Right, watch. Look. Now, if you're like me, I've creased up here. If you love your sheets to be absolutely pristine, just look at that. And that's not using any form of best press or starch or anything like that at all. I'll do it again for you to show you. I've got to get it looking nice again for Levi to put it back, but watch. Look at that. Look at that. So if you're doing shirts, if you're doing sheets, if you're doing any just domestic sewing, steaming or ironing, look how brilliant that is. It's just, that looks like pristine, brand new, doesn't it? And I've been scrunching it up and everything like that. Right, oh, hang on. I have one of these. It's a total game changer. It's practically impossible to burn anything, and you'll never get a better press, from Anne in Leicestershire. There you go. Can you get the steam on the iron on a lower heat? No. To attach interfacing? No, because what you do is you put this on. you put this on, right? Now, you're meant to put it on when it's cold. I'm going to put it on when it's hot, right? Oh, no, I'm not, because it's health and safety. Put this on. It's like a Teflon foot. So if you want to, so that your iron never, ever touches what's underneath it. So for silk, for satin, for interfacing, all things like that, you literally, and it's a good, so it's not like a flimsy little, oh, I'll just put a cover on the iron. This comes with it. So it's got Teflon on the bottom there. But as you can see, look, that your iron never goes anywhere near the actual fabric. Well, I'll just put it in like that for now. Look, your fabric doesn't touch the your iron doesn't touch the fabric at all, but the heat or any of the steam can still get through there. I'm just being careful so I don't. Okay, we have got a bit of a price comparison. It's normally not for the same one. Oh, is it? Oh, look, it is for exactly the same one. Oh, there you go. So it shows you, right? 349 to 299. That's from Juki. Right, I'll explain why Juki are involved in a second, right? So that's what our original deal was, 349 to 299, right? That's Juki today. Now, the reason I'm showing Juki is because you see here, it says je, which I thought was French, right? No, it's Italian. Did you know that most industrial irons are made in Italy? And Franklin's went across and they saw this one and they went, oh, we want that one for our customers, right? Which is why it doesn't say Juki on the actual machine, but it says it in the graphics. So it's kind of one that Juki have adapted for you. So you know the Franklin's boys that come on. Oh, here you go, Christine. I love my iron. So easy to assemble the trolley. I did it all by myself. Also, you get this. Oh, hang on. Come on, John. You also get this, which is like like the pressing mat, not pressing mat, an ironing mat, silicone, thank you, which takes the heat of it. But also, if it's on there and you accidentally do the steam, you're not going to flood the room or anything because it literally goes into the little pools on the hanger. Do you know what? This is the best buy I've ever seen. It's $249.99 on 3-way split pay. It was last October. It was $269.99. Well, yeah. Well, how much is your Relisso iron? 165, right? Look at this. Look at this. And you can do so much with it. Steam your bed, steam your furniture, steam your curtains. If you're a curtain maker, and the other thing is, you're going, lots of people say, that wouldn't fit on the end of my ironing board, right? You don't need it to fit on your ironing board. What you do, it lives on here, and this lives underneath your ironing board because the cable, look, is so long. Look how long that cable is. You could easily have that just underneath your ironing board. And look how far, look. I mean, that's twisted at the moment, but you know what I mean? I could be miles away, so you don't have to worry about it being on your ironing board or anything like that. How many baskets? Loads in baskets. Loads in baskets. When we came back after break, there were 10 of these in baskets. 240. Yes, it's on. 249.99. Oh, no, you shouldn't leave it on your fabric. No, you shouldn't leave it on your fabric. It's amazing, though. Have a think about it. Lots of you got it in your baskets. Oh, yeah, and don't forget the price goes back up at midnight. I know. And will any of the others put it into their show, do we think? Or Jess will now, won't she? Jess will have it on all of our shows. Oh, are you on a lot next week? Oh, of course, yeah. Are you doing Sunday? Oh, who's doing Sunday? Oh, it is, yeah. Right, have a think about that. Thank you, Levi. Oh, I'll stay standing up, actually. I won't get my stool. Right, where are we going next, then? I've got the suitcases, yeah, I just need to move that up the way. Okay, right, we had these in the earlier hour, back in stock. Right, we've got a bundle. You can buy them individually if you want to. But the bundle has been so popular. No. We started with loads of these. What did we start with? No, not the start price. How many? Okay, so please be careful because a third of the stock's gone already. Right. Barry got these in specially for us, so it should be 209, was it? Oh, it's £40. So just have, 209.98 is how. If you buy them individually, you're going to pay 209.98. You get £40 off if you buy them as a bundle. What's the matter, Christopher? Yeah. So the big one, I'll show you the big one first. What it is, it's not just a suitcase. It's a hard case, but you've got room for your sewing machine. Look, so when you open it up, there's a hard base there for your sewing machine to sit on. And we put the 720 in earlier, and it only came to about there, so you've got all of that space there. But then you put this around your sewing machine like that for extra comfort and everything like that. And then that stays over the top there. Then you could put the extension table in there. You could put all of your brochures and everything in here. Haberdashery in there, whatever. Fabrics, you put fabrics there. Then you kind of zip it all up. We were saying also, if you're going to go to Festival of Quilts to do your shopping, brilliant for that, just don't open it all the way around the side. Because not only has it got this, not only has it got wheels that do this, it's also got a regular handle here, but it's also got this. 169.98 for both. 169.98 for both. So you can buy that one on its own, and you can buy this one on its own. But why would you, when you're saving £40 buying both of them? We were saying your overlocker would fit beautifully in this one, or your Brother 250 FS 250. Beautiful, look. So it's exactly the same thing again. You've got your base there, your hard base there for your sewing machine, your overlocker to sit on. Then you've got the lovely, I mean, that's proper squidgy to go around. Oh, and I didn't point this out on the big one. You've also got safety straps to hold, you know, like in Kitty's car, what am I trying to say? You know, to hold it closed so that the machine won't wobble when you're in it, when you're carrying things around in it. 169.98, 5, oh, and 5-way split pay. I don't think it's meant to be on 5-way split pay either. Oh, it's the first time ever that it's been on 5-way split pay. Oh, they're just asking, you could use them as a normal suitcase. Yeah, I suppose you could, look. Take that out. Oh, yeah, look, look. That'll flatten down there. If you want to use it just if you're a fabric salesman, put your samples in here, your cards, you know, with all your fabric on and things. Beautiful. Now, are you saving £40? Never been on 5-way split pay before. No, another one's just gone. Well done if you get the bundle. Right, now, individually, and they're hard wearing. Individually, do you want to buy them individually? Oh, that's that one. £89.99. Small, it's hardly small, is it? Combination lock on the side as well, look. So it's on the side there. Yeah. Beautiful. £89.99. That's a small one. You don't get any saving if you buy them individually. You save £40. These are going as well. These are going, by the way. But buy the bundle. And then the big one. I'll just give that to Levi so he can put it away. And they're not heavy at all. That's the lovely thing about them. They're as light as a feather. Loads of this one in baskets. Split pay on this one. Just a 2-way split pay on this one. How many of these are in baskets? Check out. Do you know what? Once you've all checked out, there's that small teens. Small teens. Not small teens, but you know what I mean. 119.99. Buy the bundle. Just put the bundle back in. Sorry. Just put the bundle back in. So you see, saving £40 if you buy both of these. Yeah. Okay, put the bundle in. Thank you. And then there's a question about the iron. I shall do that as soon as I've done this. Oh, Christine's got hers on the end of her ironing board. Yeah. Beautiful. Check out. Both, that's for both of them, saving £40. Thank you, Levi. Thank you, Levi. We got it? Yeah. Ish. Right, what's the question? Yeah. Oh, I might not be able to answer this. Hi, John, does the cable on the steamer? Yeah. Oh, hang on. Does the cable on the steamer come off from the top of the tall stand, as I always find them too short to get to the end of the ironing board? Does the cable come off? Oh, here. Oh, well, I imagine so. Hang on. Yes, 'cause it's got to get in there somehow, isn't it? Yeah, look. You mean like this? That's what you mean, because they're... Look, right, okay, bear with me. I'm sure I could get to the end of an ironing board with this. Couldn't I? That's longer than my ironing board. Look. So, yes, in answer to your question, yes. Another bundle of the suitcases has just gone, by the way. Right. Lovely. Was there another question, or am I moving on? Yeah, it just clicks in like that, look. Just clicks in there, and then that clicks in there like that. Calico bolt. So now lots of people bought the calico by the half metre in the last hour, but if you want to get it at a more affordable price, I'm going to switch this off now so it can cool down whilst before the end of the show. Well done. £124.99. Now, you're already saving £24.50 on this. You know me, I love calico. I could sniff it all day. £124.99. This is the most... Remember, that's not how wide it is. That's double. It's 60 inches wide. Oh, thank you, Levi. Oh, calico is the love. Even though it's washed calico, it's the loveliest smell. I just love... It just takes me back to when I was at Wimbledon School of Art and we had the biggest bolt at the front of the class where the teacher sat, and we used to go along and pull it. And I used to sit right near there, and the smell was lovely. £124.99. It's on two-way split pay. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I'll never use 25 metres. Oh, I'll never use... You will. Believe me, you will. Not only for your toiles. If you're going to make a quilt that's going to hang on the wall, put it on the back of there. It dyes beautifully. So if you want to dye different colours, it takes the colour. You can do tie-dye on it. You can do potato printing on it, but we don't call it that anymore, do we? Indian block printing, do that on it. It's just the most versatile fabric. I did a show at the Colchester Mercury Theatre, and we made every single costume out of calico. In fact, we also did a version of the Draftsman's Contract. We made all those mantuas and everything out of calico and lace. I know. Yeah. Well. £124.99. Well done. If you are thinking about the iron, I'm not going to run out. I've got loads, but they are going, they're leaving the building. Oh, now they'll come directly from Franklin's. Oh, so you have those in a couple of days. Their dispatch rate is fantastic. Yeah, now, Adam Brooks asked for this interfacing to be brought in for the show, and nobody's really used it. You know, when we use the medium weight or the lightweight or whatever, this is specially for cuffs and collars and things like that. So it feels a little bit thicker. It feels like another layer of fabric, actually. It feels like a poplin, but it's got the glue. There you go, you can see it. Got the glue on one side. Okay, this is $4.99 for half a metre, right? Do you want to have a look at what Vaseline say about it? Oh, there you go. So it says, for the fusing of small parts such as collars and cuffs on blouses and shirts, suitable for light to medium weight fabrics. It's a woven interlining, cut lengthways following the direction of the thread. Place the interlining on the reverse side of the fabric with the coated side facing down. Cover with a damp cloth and iron a section for about 12 seconds. Do not push the iron. After fixing, lay the pieces down flat to cool for 30 minutes, so don't sew it straight away. Washable up to 60 degrees. It retains its shape. You can do a hot iron, and you mustn't tumble dry it. Oh, I always tumble dry mine. And you can dry clean it. And it's 100%, don't know what that is. Carbon. 100% cut. It's 100% what? Yeah. Yeah, that's carbon. I don't think it's 100% carbon. Yeah, it's 100% cotton base. I suppose the glue might... I don't know enough about science. Georgina says, I'm on my third bolt of calico, so lots of uses. So that's the black one there. See, this is what you get for your $4.99. Why don't you just get one unit? If you've already bought something today, 'cause you pay your P&P, there's one unit there. Get one unit, get it home, and just test it on things. Obviously, that's the black one that you don't use on dark fabrics, but for shirts or blouse, pale blouses, got it in white as well. It's proper white, this as well, look. And it's really obvious as well. You're not going to get confused between the two sides of that one. It might, sometimes that happens, then comes back on a minute later when they've changed, does something different. Beautiful. Oh, did that make it back? Hang on. Oops. I haven't got that. Oh, yeah, no, I had it earlier. Levi, you know that long thing that Lisa Lamb's got that we do the hot hemming with? Is Levi in here? Okay. I'll ask you when he comes back in. Right, okay. So now you know Holly was using the tracing wheel, right? And I said I always use it with carbon paper. You get one blue, one red, one yellow, and two white ones in here. $2.89. And what you do is you use your tracing wheel, which we'll show you in a second, to trace through. Actually, do you know what I might do? I'll just quickly show you. See, so what I said to Holly earlier, apart from opening the packet, what's the matter? What does he do? What does he? Apparently Dave Bradford opens everything. Is he in today? You got Dave Bradford in? Who have you got in today? Brian May. Brian May and Haley's in today. Right, okay. So this is what your tracing paper looks like. What I was saying to Holly was I buy the bigger sheets than this. When you know that you want it, you'll get the bigger sheet, right? So what you do is I stick that to a big piece of cardboard or wood, and then when you're marking up your pattern, so let me just... Here we go. So, are you confused, Chris? I need a pen. Hang on, there you go, pen. I've got a pen. Right. So if we're saying this is our bodice, right? So we cut out our pattern pieces, shoulder, armhole, side seam, right? And then you've got a dart here and a dart there. Just say, for instance, right? And you've got a button wrap on there. Right, so you've got it on one side, right? That's your pattern. You think, well, how am I going to transfer it to the other side of the other piece of fabric? Because I need two fronts, right? You put this underneath your calico like that. You get your tracing wheel, and you go. I won't do the whole thing, so it'll take too long. There's your dart. Harder surface, hard surface. You can do it on a cutting mat, or in the theatre, wherever it's, or on your cutting table, it's not a problem. But look, so you can trace through all your lines like that, and then when you turn that over, it's exactly a direct replica of what's on the other side. No, that's what you use the carbon paper for, you see. So you've marked your centre front, your darts, your armhole, your neckline. And that's how I always mark up all of my dressmaking patterns and things like that. Well, no, this is our calico that we're allowed to open and use. Okay, so that's the carbon paper. Blue, yellow, red and white. Or orange and white. For £2.89. There's your tracing wheel. As I say, now this one you won't hurt yourself with this one at all. My one at home has got spikes about that long on it, and they're real proper, like a Game of Thrones torture weapon. And I have run over my finger a few times on it. Is Levi back yet? £2.49 for your tracing wheel there. Thank you. Ham. I should have switched the ham back on. If you're pressing in your darts or your seams and things like that, a tailor's ham is fantastic. Now, we showed you the day, when Amber Elizabeth was in the other day, and she was doing those, she was putting pleats into the front of that blouse, right? She literally would put them over the top of the ham like that. You can really get into the pleats or the darts, or brilliant for curved seams, princess seams, anything like that. It just gives you that, I don't know why it works, because it's curved, isn't it? I mean, it's brilliant for curved seams, but even on a straight pleat like that, it just gives you that lovely sharp finish. 11.99, it's filled with sawdust. Now, you can steam and steam and steam as much as you like into here, and then you just let it dry out on a radiator or something afterwards. And I've never come across one with a pattern, with a coloured fabric on before. And when I first saw these, I was like, oh, that'll run. But they don't run. It's been made so that's not going to run. And we've got the sausage. So this is brilliant if you're doing sleeves, or you're doing narrow jeans, hemming up narrow jeans. You want to press narrow jeans, children's clothes, dolls, all that sort of thing. Just easier to get into. Also really good if you've got a long seam that you want to press, like the edge of a collar or something like that. Okay, so Christopher would do his underwear for some reason. $8.99. Are you going back to Hobby Maker tomorrow? Yeah. Gorgeous. Now we've got a clapper. Now, hang on then. So let's just do this. I'll show you this, right? So, if you're hemming like some... What has? Oh, the clapper sold out. I won't do a demo then. It was the first time I was going to do a demo on that. What? Which one? The grid first. So this is the one that Holly used earlier. So you get 10 metres on a roll. Now, it is fine enough, or sheer enough, for you to trace through if you want to. Look, hang on, let me just do that. Look, it is sheer enough just for you to see through. So if you wanted to trace off a pattern, you could do. But with having the grids and the squares, you could measure and things like that. $11.99. I need the little ruler thing that Lisa Lamb's got that you press. I put it back on the trolley. It's about that long. It's in a plastic bag. And it's kind of the thing that you fold the fabric over and press it. And there's a curved bit at the end. It's called a hot something. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, this place. And my battery's died. Anyway, $11.99. We also have the plain paper, which is what Holly and I said we'd use. Thank you. Everything's happening all at the same time, isn't it? There's your plain paper, $8.99 that one. Oh, is that one Prim as well? Oh, I didn't realise that. Yeah, that's Prim as well. $8.99. Chris has just confirmed that Stuart is his favourite presenter. $8.99. That's your plain paper there. Now, that one you really can see through. This is one Delphine sometimes uses, because you can see right through this one. Let's show you this, if you want to trace something straight off with it. Not just for dressmaking. Delphine used this to draw off her templates and things like that, yeah. Beautiful. We do indeed. Oh, no, I haven't done that yet. Let me just tidy up as I go. Yeah. Right, hang on. Put that there, that there, that there, that there. So I've got pins. I've got that. Oh, thank you, Levi. 1, 2, 3. Take all of that one. Finish with all of that. Thank you. And that. Oh, no, I'll leave that one there. Yeah, I was just looking for my scruffy bit of calico. Right. I've opened it. It's the tracing paper. Right, 14.99. This is brilliant, this. So you get the pen, you get all the white refills, the white chalk refills, and all the colourful refills, and you get the pencil sharpener. Remember, you turn the sharpener, not the pencil. Well, you can. It's chalk. It's chalk. So I don't know what else you'd use it for, but you can use it for fabric. No, you can't use it for chalkboards. I don't think it's different. It's French chalk, isn't it? Emma Brassfield messaged in. She says, hello, Sewing Street. Lovely to catch you, John. Hope you're all well. We're good, thank you, Emma. How are you, my lovely? Clapper's gone. $14.99. Now, we do sell these refills. So if you run out, don't be thinking, oh, we'll be left high and dry. We do sell the refills as well. Yeah, but I'll do those when we go back to the iron, if that's right. So I've got pins, straight pins. There we go. You can't do without your pens. Those pencils are fantastic. And they last for ages, says Emma. There you go. £2.49 straight pins. Eppingles from Millwood. They're the 0.6 millimetre, and you get more than 30 in there. Oh, that must be the length, 30. Right? Then, now you saw a ruler like this being used earlier, but Holly only used the square bit here. This is a fantastic, if you are going to move on to drafting more patterns, because you've got all different curves and straight lines here, look. So you've got armholes, pocket bags, side seams, hip lines here. You've got the neck hole there. Well, that one's also a neck hole there. You've got all different bits of the ruler. I mean, there's so many items that you can use on this, right? But also, look at the value, $9.99. Now, you see, I think there's been a mistake, because we used to sell this for $9.99, and it was like, not solid like this. It was it was like this shape, but it was more flimsy and everything. This is the good solid. Oh, okay, it is the wrong price, apparently. You can do buttonholes. So look, if you need to know what size button you've got, you can draw buttonholes for it as well. You've got your right angle there, you've got inches, you've got centimetres, you've got how you can add seam allowance. It's just brilliant. For $9.99. Actually, do you know what? If you've ever been thinking, oh, I might get one of those, I'd buy that one today, because Jess is thinking that is the wrong price. Yeah, get it today, that's what I'm saying. Now, get it today, because when she won't go upstairs today, because they're not there today, but when she talks to the office tomorrow, she's going to say, Barry, this is the wrong price. I think he's replaced the flimsy one with the solid one and not changed the price. I think that's what's happened. Brilliant. Right, now these are Prim do a version. This is the Clover version. But what's different about this is... Let me just show you. Oh, I think it's double bagged, this one. Hang on. Yes, it is. Write that down. Levi's just looked at me with such disgust. Right, hang on. Chuck me a pair of scissors, Levi, just a second. What time is it? Oh, I've got 10 minutes. Thank you. Right, if you want to hem something and get it exactly the same all the way around. Oh, there's only 8 left after I've done that. No. Yeah, okay. Right. So, you press your fabric, because you want to do a nice hem. I'm going to move across a little bit. There you go. Right, so then what you do is you think, oh, I need a 3 centimetre hem on this skirt. So what you do is is you take this, you line that up with your 3 centimetre line. You get your iron and you press. And you've got the most perfect hem. And it's exactly the same all the way round wherever you're hemming. Look. Right? You see that right now? Now, if you're doing a circular skirt, how often do we try and hem a circle like this? Hang on, let me open it out. I'm under time pressure now. Right, how often do we try and do this, right, and it twists and you get down here and you're like, oh, I've got too much hem. I've got too much hem to go into the, right? What you do is you get the curved bit of this and you do exactly the same. Look. You do exactly the same thing, but you go round your curve with this and it turns it up exactly the right amount each time. I've done that wrong. Hang on. Easily fixed. Oh, glasses steamed up. Right, here we go. So you're going round a curved hem and you turn in this bit here and you think, I need a 2 centimetre. You literally line that up with the 2 centimetre there. Right? Then you go a bit further round. 2 centimetre. There we go, that's better. Go a bit further round. 2 centimetre. And you're getting the perfect hem on your circular skirt. Ooh, that gets hot, be careful. Right, there's only 8 left. Only 8 of those left. How many? Oh, 7 in baskets. So, and Lisa Lamb's got that one as well. Oh, I need to keep that. Right, very quickly, just got to recap the iron because loads of you there with it in your baskets. This hasn't been on since last October. Last October it was $269.99. That was a special deal we did. Should be $299. Well, in fact, it should be £349, but we did a $299. Actually, can you show that slide again, the Juki slide? No. The one with the price comparison. Price comparison one. Sorry. Price comparison. Anyway, it should be $349. The introductory offer was $299. And then, which we could have done, then we have taken another, there you go, we've taken another £50 off. So actually, from the normal price of £349, right, I'll be honest, I'm not going to pull the wool over you guys, we've always sold it for $299. And we've sold so many of these. And it will go up at midnight. We don't know if the next producer will take it down or not. We just asked for a special deal. Look at that steam. It's just, I mean, this isn't heavy. This is 1.5 kilos. You've got a cork handle, so that never gets hot. You've got that really long cable, which I showed you. You don't have to use it with steam if you don't want to. You can use it as a completely dry iron. You do get the trolley, and you get the safeguard here. Get the safeguard there as well. And you get the water bottle. And you get this. Now, when we looked up this last time, that was £100. But you don't. You get it all in. You get it all in for your $249.99. Right. 7 of you need to check out now. 7 of you sitting there with it in your basket. I bet Hayley's got one of these in her she shed. You got one of these? No. Got on special deal today, Hayley. You're the wrong one. Yeah. Anyway, $249.99. I know. $83.33 on split pay. There's more in baskets now. There's more in baskets. When you've checked out, 20% of this brand new stock has gone. Lovely, isn't it? Okay, is it time for them? Oh, yeah, look at the time. It's me waffling away. Hayley's all ready to come on. Oh, you better do some darts in the back of her frock while I'm here. She's wasting away. Anyway, tomorrow, it's me tomorrow with Hannah. So we've got We Love Liberty at 8 o'clock. Oh, look, it's turning into the Sussex Seamstress channel. Sussex Seamstress Mayfield jacket with Adam Brooks. Oh, is that the one that's a bit like asymmetrical. Quilted or not quilted, always sold out in the past. Teddy Bear Picnic Kit with Anthea Venn now. She was supposed to be in last week. I don't know what happened, but she couldn't come in. She's in tomorrow. Then at 10 o'clock, I'm not telling you what she's doing. Oh, Teddy Bear Picnic Quilt. Rika Pants by Closet Core with Adam Brooks at 11. And then the Countryside Throw with Anthea Venn at 12. Don't go anywhere. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, what you're doing in your show, not what you're putting your mic on. Brand new die cutting machine. Brand new die cutting machine. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Chris, for putting up with me. I'll see you tomorrow.